Hi, my name's Hesper Hyman, and this is my Module 1, Utilizing Technology in the Classroom. A little bit about me. I teach 6th and 7th grade math at Textline ISD. I've been here for 12 years. I've been in education for about 18. I took about 5 years off in the middle. My husband Cody and I have been married for a little over 20 years. We have 2 sons, Wyatt and Rhett. They both graduated from Textline ISD. We currently live and work on a ranch in New Mexico, although I do teach in Texas, where my children are 5th generation. When I leave here, that becomes my second, and as I put on here, sometimes my third job. My professional life, Textline ISD is a small K through 12 school in the very northwest corner of Texas. We are very close to the New Mexico and Oklahoma border. Some of the things that I have taught at Textline ISD is business education, 4th and 5th math and science, home economics, and personal finance. I think one of the things that makes my classroom unique is that I provide flexible seating. I feel like students a lot of times don't have control over what they're learning and what they do every day. So by providing them the flexible seating, it allows them to make some small choices, and out of those small choices, I believe they become a little bit more invested in their education. So what are technology's impacts? In the classroom, I believe classrooms are being driven more and more by technology. We've got Google Classroom, Google Docs, YouTube, we use iPads, we use laptops. Our students are being able to use these technologies at a younger age also. So their instruction, therefore, is going to follow that. So what is student achievement going to look like? The impact of technology is that our students are going to become more competitive in the global market. When they leave here, they should be able to go to any school or work in any environment and be just as competitive as somebody else. So I know here at our school, some of the improvements that have happened is that we've been able to offer dual credit college classes to a lot of our students, which allows many of our students to graduate high school at the same time they're getting their associate's degree. This has also improved our distance learning, not only for teachers, but also community members. We also use it in our classrooms. We can bring NASA into the 5th grade classroom. We can look at the Museum of Science. There are so many things that we can do through the use of technology. So what are some implications? As I said before, in the classrooms, kids are going to be driving the classroom. Learning, I think, should focus more on real world problems. So this is going to bring up the question of what's going to be the new role for the teacher. I believe as the grade levels increase, you're going to see a shift of the teacher becoming the instructor to more of a facilitator, with students driving more of their learning. I believe some of the achievement we're going to see in students as that they're going to be leaving here more knowledgeable. What they don't know, they can find, and we can teach them how to do that. Our students are also going to be leaving the classrooms more work ready. Students should leave with the technology base to be able to step in any type of work-related job and be able to use that technology. What are these implications for the school? Money. This type of learning is going to cost a lot of money, and so we have to make sure that we are earmarking a significant amount of our resources to that. So what is technology's influence? Students are used to being stimulated by sights and sounds. We've got kids as young as 2 that are using smartphones. They come into kindergarten being able to use iPads, laptops, smartphones. So when they come and have to sit in the classroom then and don't receive any of that sight and sound stimulation, they become bored and they are not interested. So we're going to have to implement it to keep them interested and relevant with our information. I think the way that we measure student achievement changes when technology is involved. We look at them being able to perform and not just regurgitate information. And this is also how society is going to look at them. The influence of technology on the school is that schools are going to feel a lot of pressure to provide the best for students and the newest. If your technology is 5 years old, your students are not coming out being competitive. So, what does technology look like in my classroom? Well, I have to be honest, I don't use a lot of technology in my classroom. I am a very strong believer that in math and science, from kindergarten through about seventh grade, there's a lot of foundational information that the students need to use. Now, I do use a smartboard, I do use projectors, I do use iPads and laptops for computers and computers for research. I also use them for recovery or reteach of skills. So, what would I like to see in my classroom? I would love to see a one on one Chromebooks initiative in my classroom, but along with that, I do need applicable professional development. Um, while the technology is there, if you can't use it and use it correctly, then it's of little to no use. So, professional development for everybody that's involved, and also teaching the kids how to use the technology. So, how's this all going to be funded? Well, of course, we have grant writing, and then we have several teachers that have used donorschoose.org. Luckily, we have community members that really support the school, and we've been able to raise funds for several Chromebooks in several grade levels. I know that the state of Texas right now is pushing some additional funding for technology. We, as the school, then need to make sure that we are using those funds in the best way possible. We cannot be buying technology that's going to be obsolete or useless in 6 months. We have to be very smart, I think, with our purchases. So this is a little bit about me, where I stand, and kind of what I'm looking at. I look forward to the rest of this class. Thank you for watching.